Hello, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last time we made our way here back to Prim with our friend group, and I want to do a little bit of cooking before we move on. So let's head up this hill because I can see a campfire. I have a camera on hand. There's a convict that held out. That's crazy. Oh, okay, we took him out. That was easy. Good job, crew. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's... I have Eminem music stuck in my head because there was some playing on the radio today when I was in a car ride. Alright, campfire. Oh, hey buddy, you good over at that radioactive waste? Where's the smoke from that campfire?
You seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You could see it for miles.
Where's the campfire? Well, whatever. There's another one over here. Man, this does not look like a nice suburb to live in. Like, pre-war speaking. Like, I would not want to have lived here. Also, if I was adding settlements to this game, I feel like this area would be a pretty good settlement location. Although I feel like if you were... Sorry, I've talked a little bit about this. Right, if I were to have that be that you unlock settlements as you go, after finishing the mission in Good Springs, you'd get to build a settlement at Good Springs Source, whichever faction you sided with. Once you return lot to Prim, this side of Prim would become an area you could build in, the west side. Now, once you help finish the Mojave Outpost quest, they'd give you a settlement located here at this junction, I think. Nipton itself would be a settlement, like the southern end of Nipton, I think. The area that's more sparsely populated, you'd be able to build a settlement there. After helping Novak out, I think they would give you the area around the hotel as a settlement. I think that this area should just become a settlement you could get. I think if once you're good enough friends with the people in Freeside, there should be a settlement zone there. I don't think there would be any good places for a settlement zone in the strip, really, unless you added, like, a parking lot or some shit, but I don't think this is a good area. Outside of West Side would be a good settlement once you're friends with them. Outside of North End would be the North Vegas Square, or just in North... I think in North Vegas Square would be the settlement. Let's see here. What other areas would give you settlements that I can think of? I think once you're good friends with the NCR, they would give you the area right out here at the El Rey. The El Rey Motel would be a settlement, so you'd be able to build settlements around the New Vegas sign. Caesar's Legion, I think an area outside of the fort would be turned into a settlement down here when you're friends with them. And maybe an area around Cottonwood Cove would have a settlement. And, excuse me, I think once you finish the Brotherhood quest line, if you convince them to be more open with the world, I don't really know how this quest line ends or what endings it has entirely. But I feel like the Hidden Valley itself would make a good settlement location. Just a thing I've been thinking about. Eddie is following us again! Woo! Eddie's no longer broken. Eddie, I would like to take some stuff from you for cooking purposes. Give me that dog meat. That doctor's bag. Alright, let's dump some things on him real fast. Alright, let's do some cooking. What the fuck? I can't cook anything? Give me a second. What is going on here? Why can I not cook anything? I feel like I should have at least a couple things I could cook, right? Okay, beer is a recipe for that, but I'm also missing other things. I don't have high enough survival for that shit. I gotta get honey mesquite pods at some point, it seems like. Hang on, I could have sworn I had honey mesquite pods. Eddie, let me look in your inventory again. No, okay, I don't have any honey mesquite pods, huh? I'm just sort of looking at all the recipes and working things out in my head. No, I'd be able to make mentets if I had, or party time mentets if I had mesquite pods. Oh, Ruby's spicy casserole. You can make your own. That's hilarious. Surgical tubing, I could make a tourniquet. Cure animal poison, automatic use, poison resistance. Cool. Trail mix. Thick red paste. Alright, well, that's unfortunate that I don't have all the a lot of the things. Or I don't have enough survival for a lot of the things I mean. Come on, I'm trying to give you as much dirty water as I can. Hang on. Also, I want to check. Isn't there a... E, F, G, H, I, J, K... Yeah, mass purified water. I need 2 glass pitchers and a surgical tubing. And 50 survival. Alright. Well, that's for future reference. Alright, anyway. We now want to go down to the Mojave Trade Outpost. In order to do some shiz there. Because we gotta talk with a woman there for the Crimson Caravan Company about getting her to sell her fucking thing, you know? Sell her thing. Oh, Jesus! Ow. Oh God. Holy shit. Quite the fucking ambush. Hey, I got a honey mesquite pod now.
What a shame.
I like the way that armor looks. Dirty water. Whiskey.
Here we go.
God. Anywhere NCR shows up, the fiends show up, huh? The fiends are really pushing to expand. Alright, let's Cool, cool. Oops, did not mean to take that. Oh, terrifying. We gotta get Veronica a better hat. God, I'm like on the brink of death after that brief encounter, huh? Maybe I should start wearing armor again. Alright. But I mean, this suit is real snazzy. And I do have a really cool gun.
Trouble.
Where? Ghoul got her. Fucking terrifying. Oh, you're not using the right ammo. Oh, maybe you are using the right ammo. Never mind. Dirty water, meditex. Alright. Whew. Okay. Let us continue along. Man, I love this game. Vibes are immaculate in Fallout. Got some scorpions up there, I'm pretty sure. If we go through the lower section, we should be safe from them. Dum ba da ba da ba doo. Well, I'm the type of guy who likes to roam around. Dead. The center cannot hold? I'm the type of guy who likes to roam around. I'm a wanderer. Oh, I'm a wanderer. Oh, I roam around, 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 around. Hey, you. You selling any cool hats?
Hey there, need anything?
I'd like to see your wares. I'll take that. That might be good.
Thanks.
I'm guessing that's just your bodyguard, yeah. Hey Veronica, let's see how you look with this hat.
For me? Is it a dress?
Oh, it looks wonderful with your dress. She's looking good now. Look at that. She's so cute. I'm glad I got a mod that makes her wear dresses now. Alright. I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think he looks good in the leather armor. So here's what we're gonna do. If I give him the suit, he's not gonna wear it, right?
Sure. Just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Why am I still over encumbered? The fucking hat. The hat has me over encumbered.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Da-ba-bum. And Boone, I got some ammo for you.
Fine by me.
There we go. Yeah, going back to the old look. Love this game. Since we spent so much time in the menus in this episode, I'm gonna make it a little bit longer to compensate for that. Howdy, howdy, NCR folk. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Nice job out there.
They did say they were calling in veterans in the area, huh?
Something else you wanted?
I'll be going now.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you whisper.
Oh, man. Yeet. Dude, they look so fucking cool. Holy shit. They're the guys from the box art, and they're everywhere. Hey there.
Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example for the others. I know Ranger Jackson.
I need some repairs. Holy shit, I cannot afford any of your repairs. Got it. Boone. Give me that gun for a second.
Fine by me.
Here you go. And you know what? You can carry that too. Beautiful. Alright, pop on through here. Howdy.
Background? Just my luck.
Let's see what you got for sale. Oh, I'll take those. Alright, see ya. You're the one I need to talk to, right?
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Oh, sorry, the morphine wore off. How's it going?
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind?
Crimson Caravan sent me. They want to buy out your caravan.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
What happened to your caravan?
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell.
So even if you have nothing, you won't sell?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it?
Fair.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
I have an offer letter here. Terms are fair.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Are you sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right, trading history for a slip of paper.
Alright, let me ask you something else.
Look, just...
I honestly, I'm feeling bad.
It's like if you... Whiskey and me are old friends. Got me into the caravan business. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles or...
Maybe there's something else we could trade?
You are definitely barking up the wrong bar stool. Whatever you're suggesting, not interested.
Not what I meant. I'm sorry. This outpost is the last place you want to be trapped.
That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours.
I feel bad.
Feel kind of relieved, actually.
Oh, really?
Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
What will you do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
There's other places to go.
Where? Like Vegas? Shoot and spit enough friends out. East? Get put in one of Caesar's little camps? No thanks. Head back west? I already know the big circle and everyone in it, except now I go back there ruined. Never really realized how small the Mojave is getting nowadays. Hard to find a place to go that's worthwhile.
Maybe it's not where you go. Maybe it's the company.
It's the company? That has got to be the biggest load of Brahmin shit I've ever heard. Still, if you've got more like that, walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in.
Cool. All right, we got another party member.
All the
What's her quest or her perk do? Whiskey Rose. Well, as a companion, she and the player gain damage threshold when they drink whiskey. Additionally, the player does not suffer intelligence loss from consuming alcohol and ignores the negative effects of alcohol addiction.
this travel
Hell-
is making me thirsty.
Yeah. Maybe she will be willing to open up a little
Well,
more.
Now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy caravans. Check out the site where they died.
Cool, alright. Where was your caravan hit?
Upside of Vegas, here, Tal. Trapped at the Mojave outpost. So I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit. So the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
How did you catch word of it?
Caught word back on what happened from rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it.
I love your necklace. Think there's anything left?
Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
Alright, let's go then.
Thanks. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
I had some other questions.
Ask them then.
Where'd you get that pendant?
Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad.
Your mother was a tribal?
You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got them out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard.
That's one way to put it.
Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more.
What about your dad?
Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick. but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying.
Any idea why he went east?
Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it.
That's a shame. Where'd you learn to shoot?
Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
Any other weapons you know how to use?
What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that.
I had other questions.
Ask him then.
How good are you in a fight?
I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me.
You've used explosives?
Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's out of the divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises.
I had other questions.
Ask him then.
Is whiskey your main drink of choice?
Not sure if I chose it or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it. But quiet, and when I'm not around.
Whiskey Rose?
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Where do you usually go to drink?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day.
Wait, you can make moonshine?
Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself?
Fair.
Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
Cool. Recipe cast moonshine. So, maize, 2 mute fruit, yeast, and a fission battery. Next time, maybe.
All right, then.
Hang on, I want to talk with you more still.
Careful where you flash that chip of yours. Not sure what kind of caps it's worth, but it's a tempting target.
Oh, trust me, I've learned. That's some other
Ask him
questions. What do you think of the chip?
Well, no idea why your friend Mr. House wants it, but I'm guessing it's not for the caps.
I'm gonna assume we caught her up on the situation.
Ask him then.
How do you get into the get started on the caravan business?
Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is.
I'm familiar. Do you know what a fish is?
Well, of course I do. It's this slimy, scaled thing. Like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater.
Oh.
Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. Used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush.
So, you just started it in the caravan?
Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave outpost. It was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So, thanks for that.
You traveled a lot?
Yeah. West, east, and passed through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town.
Wait, like a courier?
Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history.
I have some other questions.
Ask 'em.
How's caravan life in the Mojave?
Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Oh, babe, I'm
Both
hard all the
counts.
way around. Oh my god. Miss Cassidy, are you flirting with me?
Don't take that as anything more than my words. I bet you're a real sweetheart the way you leave that trail of broken hearts behind you. I know your look. You probably say all the right things. So we're clear. Nothing's gonna happen between us. You'd best respect that. My
All
point
right.
before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place.
And caravan life's the same way?
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound.
Do you deal mostly with NCR?
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Emeritus. The White Gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk.
No trading with Caesar's Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
Alright, just asking.
Look, not meaning to fly off the handle like that. There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
So you sound frustrated.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas, you could see it from the wall.
NCR sounds like it has a lot to answer for.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Any other differences between the Legion and NCR you found?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men. And that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. But I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross.
Let's change the subject.
Ask them then.
So, any other thoughts on the NCR?
NCR is my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know.
I feel like there's gonna be a button there.
Yeah, there is. I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time.
They lack direction.
They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name.
Yeah, I think I got that part, thanks.
So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
So the Mojave suffers.
Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the Powder Gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there.
But what's the alternative?
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
I have some other questions.
Ask them then.
What do you think of Vegas?
Much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dumpwater bars in the Mojave to last me.
I have some other questions.
Ask them then.
What do you think of House with everything we've caught you up on?
Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. Well, except you, that is.
Some other questions.
Ask him then.
You know what? I think I've heard everything I want to hear from you.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Let's try and chat up the rest of our party while we're here. You know, have a nice day in the bar.
What's up?
What's your opinion on the current situation?
It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas, that would be ideal. But really, as long as you don't help out the Legion, anything's better than that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a free...
Yeah, I can't dig anything else out of him, alright. The party hat.
Sounds like it's gonna be an all-out war with the Legion soon. Maybe I should have re-enlisted after all.
Sometimes I forget you aren't re-enlisted with how you're dressed. Are you willing to talk about Bitter Springs now?
That part of my life's over now. And so is this discussion.
I had some other questions I want to ask. Let's talk about something else. Tell me about yourself.
If you want. It's not...
You ever take the beret off?
No.
I have another question about you. Tell me about your wife.
Carla's dead. That's all you need to know.
Come on, you won't tell me anything else, pal? We've been traveling so long. Alright. I understand. You don't want to talk about it all.
Yeah.
Veronica? Anything you want to talk about?
Listen, I want to thank you for helping me out. I'm sorry that things didn't go like I'd hoped, but at least I got the chance to try. At least I know for sure that there was nothing I could do. Thank you for giving me that chance.
Tell me, Veronica, you ever been in love?
Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
What happened?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think
She's
that
a
obligates
gay.
all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
Why didn't you go with her?
No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
Let's talk about something else. I think that's all.
See you.
The girls are very open with me.
Wish I
The
had
boys.
a guy looking after me.
The boys, though, they're all really just stubborn. Alright, we got a pretty nice party. And all... Well, I was gonna say dress snazzily, but I don't know if that's really the case. Dude, look at Boone sat in the corner over there. Alright, well... I think that's it for this episode of Fallout New Vegas. What are we gonna be doing next time, though? Let's work that out real fast. So she wants to visit her caravan, which is all the way back up here. Yeah, we've seen it. Okay. We gotta talk with her to turn over Cassidy Caravan, which I feel a little bit bad about. I hear you knocking. Get a replacement fire mechanism for the Legion's howitzer from the boomers. We gotta check back in with House. We gotta search Benny's home, figure out who this yes man is that who can help us out. I think that's the next goal. Yeah. So, next time, we'll be making our way back up to the strip. Well, I guess before we do that thing, we should stop at her caravan. So, Heartaches by the numbers. We're gonna be making our way to Cassidy Caravan. That's the plan. And if we're gonna do that, I think we're probably gonna cut up through the area here where the those buggies are, because now we're kitted out enough that we can fight those creatures, and it's faster than cutting back east again. So yeah, let's boop boop do that to reset the maps and center it. Hope you've all been enjoying this episode. End cards appearing in just a moment. Love all of it very much, and ta-ta for now.
You're listening to Radio New Vegas, your little jukebox in the Mojave Wasteland. I am Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. More news for you. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost, where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.